Hello, my name is Serrano Keith Baladio. I am the former owner of the NJ Pulse News in Paterson, New Jersey. And today we'd like to talk about the stalking charges filed against Harry Melber of AMH Investigations. Harry Melber has a video on his website, AMH Investigations LLC, and he's a private detective. We looked into Harry Melber's background and we couldn't find any kind of cop or detective experience to be a private detective. And so what happened is he was hired to go after Joey Torres in Paterson, New Jersey. So let's play a little bit of that.
The I-Team got these tapes from private investigator Harry Melber. He was hired by a developer who was in a permit dispute with the city. On and off for about a year, Melber followed Mayor Torres.
So Harry Melber has been following Joey Torres and his daughters and his wife. And apparently he was lucky enough to get some information. And he had Joey Torres. He was hired by a developer, they said. That developer was looking to get a corrupted official elected. So they needed to get rid of the mayor, Joey Torres. And if they get rid of Joey Torres, they can get this gentleman.
Telling us to send in more open records requests.
So that's Joey Torres right there.
Whatever information you want, over it to them. And
so they went after Joey Torres about a year, and they got information, and they keep feeding it to that reporter right there, who was a friend, who apparently somehow seemed to be a friend of the now mayor. So they hired Melber to target me, and as the publisher, because I was going to run for the mayor of this city as well. And so they couldn't find any dirt on me. So Melber was also directed to go after my wife. And I want to show you a couple of stills here. This is a video. And in this video is the cops, the police officers, pulling over Harry Melber right there from the, if I can point this out. Okay, here we go. This is my wife's car. This is Harry Melber's car. This is two police officers, and this is a dash cam where the police is pulling him over, and he was subsequently charged. AMH Investigation Harry Melber was charged with stalking, reckless driving, and careless driving for going after my wife. It was not the first time apparently he went after her. He was asking in a police interview if this was the first time, and he said no. So he's been stalking my wife, and he got charged with that. So he was busted by these police officers. So the corrupted officials in Paterson decided that they were going to hire him since he was successful with Joey Torres. Now Joey Torres is a quiet guy. He does his job, and he goes home, and he hangs out with his friends, and apparently some of his friends who was working in the city was at his house, and that's how they caught him. Me, I'm a publisher. I fight for the truth. I go after corruption. I expose the corruption. So there's no dirt on me. So what we have is somebody telling us, who's a qualified person, that Harry Melber was instructed to intentionally target my wife and intentionally get caught and scare her and push her. And in that kind of situation, you get a Princess Diana kind of situation where she could have run off the road and gotten killed or hurt or something. So we have a qualified witness. And then we have another witness. So this is AMH Investigations. A big pull is that they want to capitalize on Joey Torres and make money off of that. So they were trying to bring me down to. I'm a good person. I have fought for the city of Paterson for 12 years. This guy comes along and he takes dirty money, nasty money into his organization, into his investigative organization, and boasting how he brought down Joey Torres, and now he's trying to boast that he was going to bring me down to, only he targeted my wife. And my wife, from AMH Investigations actions, came home crying for 4.5 hours sitting in the bathroom. 4 police officers on the phone with me, that they got Harry Melber. And they didn't know what to do with him. So he lied, and he didn't give them any ID, anything else, so that's all documented. And they made us take a photograph of him, his investigative photograph, because the cops didn't even know anything about him. So Here is the photograph of him that the cop gave us. This is all we got to know who he was. But on the other side. So no driver's license, nothing. So we had to go back and try to figure out who this guy is. And then you have the police officer here talking to him. Pulled him over right there. So somebody's saying that this agency is a sloppy agency and they need to get caught and they need to be exposed for who they are. And they shouldn't be out there playing detective when you have cops pulling them over and harassing people and getting charged with stalking charges. So this is what AMH Investigation is done. Now, I'm a reporter, I'm a publisher, so I know how to present information and evidence. And so I'm able to go to the police department, get the dash cam, look at the dash cam. I'm able to see both that police dash cam to see exactly what he did to her. Now, one of the things that Harry Melber did was he hid the videos. He has videos that he was recording her. So why would he hide the videos from the police department if he wasn't intentionally chasing her and breaking the law? And we never saw that video. So he's still working apparently for the corrupted officials in Patterson, trying to prove that he can get into the dirty game of politics. And I've been giving him hell all over the internet to make sure that people understand. And I mentioned it 2 years ago, and there's a lawsuit where I'm actually re-suing him, where I said people like this should never be employed in New Jersey. I say to police officers all the time, when they do stuff like this, you should not be a cop. And I say to Harry Melber, he should not be a PI. We're still doing investigations on AHM, whatever they call themselves, investigation, and we're going to expose them. We're going to expose them for who they are, targeting innocent women on the street. And instead of apologizing, he goes back to the officials and gets them, and they aid him in paying for a lawsuit, we were just told, to try to damage my reputation. You got nothing on me. You got no dirt. You scared the heck out of my wife. You put her in a trauma. You emotional distress, extreme emotional distress. And instead of apologizing, he's suing. This is what Harry Melber and AHM investigation does to people. Apologize to my wife that she's innocent and you hurt her, you targeted her, the police department caught you, and this is not going to end. He tried to get me to sign some kind of waiver that I would never speak about what he did to my wife. This is an agency. I must never speak about what this detective agency does to my wife. So I told him to go to hell, because when I read it, it looks more like it was protecting the elected officials than trying to get himself out of it. So we're going to go to court, and I can do another video on that. But for right now, I just want to let you know who this guy is. Busted by police, chasing a lonely woman, coming home tired. Every day my wife go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, all the way to South Jersey from Bergen County. Tired as hell, coming home, and this is what she has to deal with. Stalking, chasing. She went into, the police report is saying she went into every different place, and he's going after her. Every single, and if you don't know that an innocent woman has made you and is running from you, that's a serious problem as an investigator, and I'm surprised he wasn't arrested for doing that. But, he's out there. He's out there still doing it, and it's my duty as a publisher to make sure that this is published for people to see. So I just want to make sure that folks are aware of who AHM Investigations LLC is and what he has done. All this is court records. This is nothing new. That I'm just telling you what he did and what I said and what's going on. So just be careful with this organization and this company and the kind of ethics and values that they lack. They lack. This man had any kind of sense of decency. Instead of going back to the officials and suing me and trying to damage my reputation, which is never going to happen because I'll fight him for life if I have to. He should just apologize to my wife for the pain and suffering he's caused her to protect these corrupted officials in Patterson, New Jersey. And I want to make sure he doesn't come back to New Jersey and start doing this to other people as well, hurting their wives. He went after Joey's wife. He went after Joey's kids. This guy has no conscience going after women and children. So my duty as a publisher to keep an eye on that and keep broadcasting it, but people get the message about AHM Investigations. This is Serrano from the former president of the NJ Pulse News. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.